As we age, our tastes tend to change and we tend to mature and even like things that we otherwise even hated as children, or maybe even not too long ago. And cartoons have definitely shaped who I am to this day, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that. But there were a handful of shows that I just borderline did not like, maybe not even hated as a child, but just did not see the appeal of. But boy, did I eat my own shit, because as an adult now, I'm 20 by the way, I actually like these shows and consider them really good, if anything. So here are 3 shows that I disliked as a kid, but like as an adult. Number 1. Hey Arnold. My older sister was obsessed with this show, and back when it was on Netflix in like 2013 or some shit, she binged the whole series. That all grown up and stoked. Bro, I remember. But I used to think Hey Arnold was just a boring, kind of generic, early. It was like one of those shows that you just knew was one of the first to be on a new broadcast. I don't know, does that make any sense? Borderline, I just thought the show was boring. Now, you gotta understand, I'm a 2000s kid, early 2000s kid. This show came out in the late 90s. I couldn't really relate to it. I thought the characters were just boring and needed more energy. I was a hyper kid. But, as an adult, now that I've gone through my fair share of, horror in life, not even horror, just when you age, right, you go through a lot of things and you realize, right, you don't have as much of that energy as you used to as a child, so you're more sympathetic towards that, right? Watching Hey Arnold again as an adult, I gotta say, I fucking love the show. I love that the characters are realistic. I used to think that they were boring as a child, but these were the most realistic characters I'd ever seen in a children's show. Not to mention, for a children's show, it's very mature. A lot of the times, they weren't scared to deal with very heavy topics. A lot, too. Hey Arnold, it just kind of stuck out like a sore thumb, because in a show, even at the time, I guess, where there was Ren and Stimpy and, I guess, SpongeBob, you had Hey Arnold. That was the most normal, but in a good way, just chill show, Really reminds you of, the ordinary, but, good-hearted nature of a kid, Being a kid. Going through stuff, learning the life. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's like wine. It ages better with time. And the animation is fucking beautiful. You can't forget that. On the Rocko's Modern Life, I wasn't even born when the show was out. Matter of fact, I wasn't even born when the show ended. However, shocker, right? Before you boomers start leaving hate comments, young people can also watch old shows. There's a little thing called Paramount Plus. Also, by the way, fuck Paramount Plus. 5-minute ads every 2 minutes. Right after the intro, before the intro, after the commercial segment. There are so many of them, dog. Do any of you guys actually use this shit? Because I'm actually thinking of canceling it. I like a handful of the shows, but it's totally not distracting at all. Why are we paying to watch ads, bruh? But rant over. Rocko's Modern Life was a show similar to all the others on this list that I thought was very boring as a child. You're gonna notice that a lot with this list. I thought a lot of these shows were boring. Probably because I was an annoying ass hyper kid jumping around all over the place. I thought Rocko as a character was boring. I thought the colors were boring. I thought just the whole premise was boring. I was more of a fan of Joe Murray's second show, Camp Lazlo. But as an adult and watching the show again, I really do like it. I mean, I gotta say, the characters are nice, chill, and relaxing, and not even boring. They're just subtly funny in some ways. I also like how the show is more realistic despite starring, Rocko the Wallaby. And Rocko as a character is incredibly likable and relatable too to any introverted person. How he's very shy and introverted but can snap if pushed too hard. I don't know, it's a show I kinda wish gave a chance. Also didn't even understand the ending of Camp Lazlo, but good show all around, honestly. Definitely deserves at least a chance. Number 2, Gravity Falls. Alright, now, I honestly don't remember myself why I didn't like this show as a child, but it wasn't even I just didn't like it, I just didn't give it a chance. I'm pretty sure I thought it was overhyped, but mainly it was because of, ironically enough, the character Bill Cipher. Yes, the magical, mystical evildoer of the series. I don't know if anyone else knew this, right? But even with shit as innocent as the Zelda symbol, people were always oh, that means Illuminati, triangle 9 means Illuminati. Just the fucking triangle itself means Illuminati. Vaginas equal Illuminati because they're shaped like it. I'm kidding, okay? But here's the thing. I was very, very I guess gullible as a kid, and I believed it when people said that Gravity Falls is a Satanist show. So because of that turned me off of it for a while. Till COVID happened and I was so bored and I just decided to watch the whole series, bro. I ate my own shit because this is one of the best shows ever made. This show was so good that I purposely didn't binge it just so I could, expand the series because I was watching on Disney Plus. Can't say that about a lot of shows, really any of them.